Hi there. Today's topic is, can you turn an unhealthy relationship into a healthy one? Good question to ask yourself if you've seen my video on what makes a healthy relationship. But what if you think yours is unhealthy? Number one, how do you know if you're in an unhealthy relationship? If you can't communicate effectively with your partner, you're doomed to fail unless changes can be made on both sides and working together. It's easy to forget you both want the same thing, happiness and a future together. You may find that you're constantly misunderstanding each other or that you're always getting into arguments. Any small thing can become a big thing, and this is how you can find you're always fighting about anything and everything and wonder how on earth you got here after what started out as a good relationship, or so it seemed in the beginning. So, what happened, we ask ourselves. A healthy relationship is built on love. When you're in a relationship with someone who loves you, you feel cherished and appreciated. Number one, try to identify the issues. What exactly is it about your relationship that's making you unhappy? Is it the lack of trust, the poor communication, or something else entirely? Once you pinpoint the issues, you can start to develop a plan to address them. Remember, you can't fix something unless you first identify the problem. If you're willing to put in the effort, your relationship can improve. Sit down with your partner and have an honest conversation about your relationship. What's bothering you? What could be improved? Listen to their perspective as well. It's important to remember that every person is different, and that includes your partner. They may see things differently than you, and that's okay. The important thing is that you try to understand their point of view. But when you're in a relationship with someone who doesn't love you, you feel taken for granted and unappreciated. If your partner is treating you poorly, don't tolerate it. If talking your issues through are difficult or you don't know what they are, a therapist is an option who can help and support you both. They can also help you decide whether or not it's best to stay in the relationship. It may be difficult at first, but it's important to be firm what your boundaries are and what their boundaries are also. If you don't, your partner will likely take advantage of you. Remember, you're not being selfish by setting boundaries, you're simply looking out for yourself. You may feel like you're always doing things for them, but they never do anything for you. You may feel like they don't care about you or that they don't even like you sometimes, and asking yourself why they want to be with you. This is a sure sign that your relationship is in trouble. You also need to ask yourself why you want to be with them and be honest with yourself. You both deserve to be happy. If you're able to sit down and discuss things and you both still feel you love each other, then there is hope you can make things work and turn the relationship around, but only if you're both willing to work on changes and working things out, which will require input from both of you. Oftentimes, we think that we're communicating when we're really just talking at each other. This is not effective. In order to have good communication, you need to be able to listen to your partner and understand their point of view. Only then can you hope to have a healthy relationship. You may start to feel like you have to live up to their expectations, and you may feel guilty when you can't. If this is the case, don't say you can do things if underneath you feel it's not possible. You will only waste their time and your own and drag things on painfully. Intimacy is an important part of any relationship. If you feel like you can tell them anything and that they'll be there for you no matter what, intimacy can be physical, emotional, or spiritual. But whatever form it takes, it's an important part of a healthy bond between you both. If you're lacking intimacy in your relationship, it may be time to reassess things. Why is there a lack of intimacy? Is it because you're both too busy? Is it because you've grown apart? Or is it something else entirely? Once you figure out the cause of the problem, you can start to work on fixing it. Don't ignore it, as it won't go away by itself and will make the problem much worse over time. In addition, your partner may become overly critical of you when you don't meet their expectations. This can be very damaging to your self-esteem. Ultimately, when your partner puts you on a pedestal, it creates an unhealthy power dynamic in the relationship. They have all the power and you have none. This is not a sustainable way to have a relationship. There are many types of unhealthy relationships, such as emotionally distant partners, controlling or abusive partners, flaky partners, and so on. If you can't trust your partner, it will be difficult for you to have an honest and open relationship with them. You may find yourself constantly worrying about what they're doing when you're not around, or you may find it difficult to communicate openly with them. These are all signs that there is a lack of trust in the relationship. This problem in a relationship can be caused by a number of factors. Perhaps you've been betrayed in the past, Or maybe your partner has given you reasons not to trust them. Whatever the reason, it will need to be dealt with head on. Things will only improve when you're able to rely on your partner and have trust in their word. If you can't trust each other, you need to have an honest conversation about it. It is definitely possible to rebuild faith in each other if you both want it enough. We often idealize our partners when we first start dating them. They're the things that we believe in and stand for. When you're in a relationship with someone who shares your values, you know that you can trust them to treat you with respect and care. You know that they'll be honest with you and that they value your opinions and feelings, even if they sometimes differ from your own. On the other hand, when you're in a relationship with someone who doesn't share your basic core values, you may find yourself constantly fighting. You may feel like you can't trust them or that they don't really care about you. You may feel like they're taking you for granted or that they don't respect you. If this is the case, it may be time to move on. You deserve to be with someone who shares your values and who respects you, and so does your partner. You may have to accept you're both just very different people. This is a natural part of falling in love. However, when you begin to have high expectations of your partner and view them as perfect, it may be time to take a step back and reconsider. When you put someone on such an unrealistic level, you're essentially saying that they're perfect and above you. This can lead to feelings of inferiority and insecurity. You may start to think that you're not good enough for them or that you don't deserve their love. As a result, you may try to change yourself to meet their expectations. You should never do this, as they fell in love with you as you are in the first place. Adapting and compromise on both sides. Yes, but changing to be someone you're not is a sign of trouble. And if you're not careful, putting your partner on a pedestal can lead to disappointment and heartache. But most unhealthy relationships share some common characteristics. Here are some telltale signs that your relationship is unhealthy. Number 1, the relationship keeps you unhappy. How does your relationship make you feel? While no two people are alike, and thus no two relationships are alike, if your relationship consistently brings you more pain than joy, it may not be working anymore. Unhealthy relationships can be difficult and painful, but they don't have to be. A relationship should bring you happiness as well as difficulties. It's normal for couples to argue occasionally. However, if you find that the only time you're happy is when you're not with your partner, something may be wrong. Number 2, you put your partner on a pedestal. Number 3, you can't talk about anything without it developing into conflict. Number 4, you don't trust each other. Trust is essential in any relationship. Number 5, you don't share common values. Values are what guide us in life. Number 6, you have no respect for each other and don't care about their feelings. Number 7, lack of intimacy. Intimacy is an important part of any relationship. And number 8, you feel unloved. Do you feel loved in your relationship? If not, it may be time to accept it could be over. Now that you know some of the signs of an unhealthy relationship, let's take a look at what you can do to turn things around. Number 2, communicate with your partner. This is perhaps the most important step you can take. Number 3, set boundaries. It's important to set boundaries in any relationship. Number 4, don't tolerate bad behavior. Bad behavior is unacceptable in a relationship. Number 5, seek professional help. If you've tried everything and your relationship is still unhealthy, it may be time to seek professional help. In conclusion, an unhealthy relationship can be turned around, but it takes work from both partners. I hope this may help you have some clarity on how to tackle problems between you both. Until next time, thank you for watching. Bye for now.